Wow, you guys. I mean, wow. 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 Just wow. Okay? Talk about putting the ass in assumptions. I'm just kidding. So, I just thought I should do a video to respond to some of these vastly incorrect assumptions that are being made about my little reaction to the Skyward Sword trailer. First of all, to address something that a lot of you have pointed out, when I made that video, I was only responding to the trailer. I had not seen anything else about Skyward Sword. All I saw was the trailer. And I just wanted to put my thoughts out there for what I saw. So, you people that are saying stuff like, have you not seen the other videos saying how this is different and that's different? No, I had not seen the videos when I when I filmed that. So, yeah, I couldn't very well respond to them. So, yeah, that's that. The second thing I would like to point out, and this is of course the big one. Graphics includes technical minutia, technical details, technical abilities. It also includes art style. Graphics is anything visual. You know, like there's audio, there's graphics, and blah blah blah. So when I was saying that the graphics look like a downgrade from Twilight Princess, I mean that they look, to me, in my opinion, the visual appeal of Skyward Sword is less than Twilight Princess. Now, I know a lot of people didn't like the sort of darkness of Twilight Princess. I'm not one of those people. I loved that it was a little bit like, you know, a little dark fantasy. Like, I love Oblivion, I love Morrowind, and those are kind of dark fantasy too. So when Twilight Princess came out and it was kind of serious and it was, you know, it had some really sad parts. I mean, come on, admit, you had a tear fall from your eye when you had Midna sick on your back and you're running trying to take care of her. You know, and that was very new for the Zelda games, I think, because Zelda games, I've played all of them. I've beaten, I think, pretty much all of them. I still play through them occasionally now and then, and Zelda has always been sort of a lighthearted, childish, gameplay first kind of series. I mean, there's a story, yeah, it's not War and Peace, it's not, no Zelda game has ever been like, you know, on par with like a Final Fantasy game as far as like detailed story goes. I'm not saying that the story sucks, and I'm not saying that it's, you know, not ever good to have kind of an empty story, because it leaves, to me, it leaves room to interpretation, and it leaves room to, you know, focus on the other parts of the game, like the gameplay or whatever. And, of course, there has been story in the Zelda games, and there's more story in the Zelda games than there are in, say, like Soul Calibur, where it's like, oh, you gotta go fight these people because of that, the end. And before you jump off the handle, I love Soul Calibur, too. There's different reasons to like different games, you know? A lot of the Final Fantasy games, the people that love them for the story. A lot of the Silent Hill games, people love them because of the creepy, you know, monsters and stuff. Not because of the controls, because it's well known that Silent Hill has terrible, terrible controls, and if you say that they're awesome controls, you're lying and you're a fanboy. I'm sorry, the end. So, and Zelda, the main thing about Zelda, at least in my opinion, has always been the gameplay. And it's always been about, you know, the fun new ways of doing stuff. I mean, like Phantom Hourglass, you know, you had your little Salus and that was how you controlled your guy, and I haven't gotten to play Spirit Tracks yet, but, you know, I've seen a bunch of videos about that and how you control the other guy and stuff like that. And, you know, that's what Zelda has always been about, is the gameplay innovation. And that being said, though, I still think that going from sort of realistic dark fantasy to cartoony, cel-shaded, whatever, is not an upgrade, in my humble opinion. And I'm not saying that, you know, like, Nintendo has to do what I want, because obviously there's a lot of people out there and they want to do what's going to appeal to the mass market. I'm just saying that for me personally, I would have been happier if they had stayed the dark fantasy route that they did in what was I about to say, Dragon something? Twilight Princess, you know, and it's fine if you disagree with me, you know, that it's good to disagree with people civilly. It's good to have conversations, dialogue, talk about stuff. You know, that's what makes life interesting, is having conversations and differences of opinion. However, where I get off calling you guys fanboys is when you scream at me or you type very insultingly in all caps because I don't think that the new directions that the graphics has taken is necessarily a good thing. Okay. You realize how crazy you sound when you're screaming at someone online for having a different opinion about a game? I mean, you guys probably make fun of twitards, but you're talking exactly like a twitard about Zelda. Just want to throw that out there. You might want to keep that in consideration the next time you like start typing a random angry comment into YouTube. And I'm not upset. I think it's hilarious that you guys are so into it, and I think it's hilarious that you guys are saying like, I can't really be a Zelda fan if I don't love the game. So you're saying if you're a fan of a series, you're not allowed to be disappointed by any aspect that the series might take? Because that's kind of crazy to me. I mean, I would think as a fan you're even more, wow, I can't think of the word. You're even more, wow, I'm tired. You're even more qualified to have a concrete kind of opinion because, you know, you've been there, you've been through the many iterations of the series, and you've played the different versions of the games, and you've seen what's new and what's not new. So wouldn't that make you more validated in saying like, well, I don't really like this, or yeah, this is a really good idea, or whatever. I don't know. That just seems crazy to me. And then my final point, okay, when I was saying that Nintendo innovation, like it doesn't look very innovative. Okay, I'm still talking just about the trailer. I have seen some of the gameplay of the other stuff, and some of it looks cool. I mean, being able to see, like, you know, angle the sword, that sounds cool. I mean, I know they tried that with Red Steel and it turned out, like, terrible. So hopefully with the Wii Motion Plus it actually does a fairly good job of telling which direction you're going. But that's cool, and also, like, I remember seeing him, like, roll the bombs in the trailer, and that, I think would be cool, because I've never had very good luck with the bomb shoes, so, it seems like I would like that. And, you know, just some of the other stuff. The part where I'm saying it doesn't look very innovative is just the actual, like, sword fighting or whatever. I'm not talking about how it actually goes which way you're holding the controller, just the, you know, bang, bang, bang. It's very button mashy. And, I mean, Zelda's always been pretty button mashy. It's like, okay, so I got my mom started playing Ocarina of Time for the first time on the GameCube recently, and she's not really digging it because she keeps hitting the C-stick thinking it's a view changer. But anyway, you know, and so I kept jumping in having to help her, and as I'm doing it, I'm reacquainting myself with the controls. You know, it's got, what, you got press B to slash, press, what is it? Press B to slash, hold down Z target, and press B to, you know, slash, vertically, and then you press A to jump and do that, okay? That's your only 3 attacks, basically. And I mean, that's fine. I'm not saying that has to be super complicated or anything like that. But, you know, you can just button mash, and at least most of the Zelda games I've ever played, you just button mash, and as soon as you can do it, and that's fine. There's a lot of other games out there where it's like if you time things differently, if you get to a different angle, you know, if you get within a certain proximity of an enemy, there's a lot of different kinds of attacks you can pull off. And considering that Zelda is, like I said, gameplay is like the most important part of Zelda games, you know, it would be more innovative if they came up with more creative ways of taking on enemies. But, you know, whatever. It's not really a big thing. But that's just, when I saw the trailer and I'm watching how he's attacking these guys, it just looks kind of the same as Ocarina of Time. I'm sorry, it does. I mean, the graphics, yeah, the polygon count is higher, but it still has that cartoony, childish look to it, which is fine, because I know that a lot of kids, it's on the Wii, of course it's going to be made for, like, most of it's going to be oriented towards kids, but I'm not a fan of cartoony art style. This is one of the reasons I've never really gotten into WoW, because WoW has really cartoony graphics. I'm sorry. And, you know, I looked into Ion, which has a lot, killing me, Tobias, which has a lot more realistic graphics. Well, at least JRPG standard of realistic. But, you know, it's pretty much the same kind of game. Anyway, off topic. I don't really like cartoony graphics. That's all I meant, okay? I'm not talking about technical stuff, because I would have to be a flippin' idiot to think that the new Zelda game, seriously, Tobias, I can't breathe when you choke me like that. I would have to be an idiot to think that, you know, the new Zelda game has exact same models as Ocarina of Time. I mean, that would, no one would buy the game if it was that bad. I'm just talking about the art style, which you guys love to say is not the same as graphics, and I'm afraid that to me it is. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to touch base with you guys, and now I gotta get back to filling out my FAFSA for my schooling next semester. Hopefully sometime I'll have time to do a review of Darksiders, and I'm still trying to get money together to get an HDMI capture card so I can get actual proper footage to use in my game reviews. Until then, I'm just gonna have to use my camera like I am now. That's about it. Thanks for the lulz, haters and fanboys and other assorted crazies, and hi to my non-crazy subscribers, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Cleo out.